Hey guys, this is Byron. I am a teacher in Eastern Kentucky at Perry County Central High School. So today we're talking about how religion, Christianity affected the social bonds in colonial America. You guys can see kind of walking around. This is my classroom. So in my opinion, the bonds that were made there not only kind of brought people together, they also brought people from other places to understand what was going on. You had so many people from different countries that had a basic same Christian background, but it might not be the same denominational background. So those people could still come together as so-called Christians, even though they don't have the exact same cultural background as everybody else. In one of the videos, presentations we saw, the professor was talking about how John Wesley came to America, went to Georgia, realized what was going on there, he liked what he saw. He took that back to England to make the Methodist Church. That social bond with Methodists in England, they came back over to America to settle, and that bond was already there. So the people in Georgia already kind of knew what the Methodist Church was. They were connected without knowing each other, which is a pretty cool idea there. They also were able to connect with others in the community. So you may have a certain community area that is only one denominational type of church. The Quakers did a lot with that as well, but they took it even further. They believed that basically everybody had religious freedoms, yet they were still somehow different, yet they still taught people education-wise. They taught them how to read from the Bible, so that connection was there. They all learned how to read from this, and the McGuffey, or the New England Primer readers were the same thing. They were teaching people how to read from the Bible. So even if these people may not really have been true believers, they still had the basic understanding of what these people were saying. They understood where they came from. They understood how they had that opinion. So it brought people together that way. Also, one I want to look at that's kind of different is with the Salem witch trials. That brought the community together, but maybe not in a way that is really good. They were going against each other, but it did make the community more tight-knit. People were afraid to be different, afraid of being accused of being a witch. And if they were accused of being a witch, what that might actually happen to them. So that community was torn apart, yet brought together by the religious beliefs in the Bible where it states, "A witch shall not live." That's an idea that's kind of different, but it did bring that community together and tear it apart at the same time. It also made it perfectly clear that other cultures, such as the African slave girl, wasn't really going to work real well in there. There's going to have to convert to and conform to that social norm of that area. Another thing I want to look at as far as communities coming together would be with Native American relationships, especially with the early Quakers. The early Quakers were quite okay with the natives culturally. Religion, they didn't really have a problem with them being different. They tried to convert. And if they would convert, they would gladly take it. They took that all the way down, and that carried on. And if we read a book called by Mooney, it's with a Cherokee, but it's also talking about how the Cherokee were more accepting to the story of Christ and Christianity for people that would accept them for what they were at the time. They got to know them, and they got to start talking, they talked more. It's a lot easier to convert somebody to a belief if they know you, if they trust you, and they realize you're just telling them what you believe and not forcing it upon them. That community, just by coming together through friendship, brought others together much more than just forcing them into something they didn't really believe. So I think Christianity and religion played a huge part in bringing these communities together, especially in the colonial area, because these people were different culturally, sometimes even linguistically, but yet their religion, even though it may be different, brought them together as Christians in the same area. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you all and talk to you later.